Hello there, this is DBT and this is Out of Room. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 8. And today, I'm gonna be doing a multiplayer protest of the car that you see on the screen. And that is of course, the Ariel Atom. Oh, what a very interesting looking but also very peculiar car in the game. Because this is one that breaks the rules when it comes to brackets and classes. And in fact, I used to think this car was bugged, but given that it has been in this state for many months, I believe that GameLove wanted to keep it this way, so here we go, we're gonna explore it. But before I jump into it, if you enjoy my content, please hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel, because when you do these things, you're telling YouTube this is worth recommending to more people, and in that way, the channel can continue to be discovered and I can continue making these videos for you. So go ahead, like, subscribe if you want more Asphalt 8 content right here. But alright, let's talk about first the brackets. Now, I'm gonna assume that everybody knows what the brackets are, but even in case you are not familiar, just as a very quick overview, you know that there are different brackets of cars in multiplayer according to their rank. I'll put them on the screen right now. And you can see that for Class D, there's 5 brackets. The 993, 1050, 1140, 1230, 1320. For Class C, there are 2, the 1410, 1500, so on and so forth, right? So obviously, this, it's very specific in the way that it works because all of the cars match that. Any car that you encounter that a pro rank is gonna be of 1320 is gonna be a Class D car. Every car that you find that the pro rank is 1590, for example, is gonna be a Class B car. However, as I was mentioning, the Ariel Atom is the exception to all of that. It's unique in that regard because if we look at it, we see that it's a car of 1410. So if we look at the information over here regarding the brackets, you can see that 1410 should be Class C, and yet this car is Class D. What? Yes. Like I said, I used to think, or I still think that this thing is bugged, but I don't know. It seems that GameLove really wants to keep it this way because they never fixed it, and in fact, they've committed to it, and well, here we are. So very strangely, this is the highest ranked Class D car. Does that make it the king of Class D? Debatable. If anything, I suppose if you're trying to count it as, hey, is it the fastest? Is it the... Yeah, it is, but you cannot drive this with Class D. This, despite being a Class D car, races against Class C, and that's what we're gonna test out today. So I'm gonna jump into Classic Season, where we're gonna be able to see this peculiar thing happening. Let me activate some boosters. And in case you're curious, here's the stats of the car here are the stats of the car with the tuning kit, so there you go. So, we're literally unranked, and this would mean that we normally only get to use Class D cars. Well, I am, but once again, I'm gonna be racing against another class as well. So right out of the gate, you can see that someone else, just like myself, is using the Ariel Atom. And this is something that you're gonna see a lot, people using this car quite a bit. And there's other people that are in the proper Silver League where you race with Class C, with that proper Class C, the Aston Martin V12 Zagato. What else do we have around here? We got same car, what is this? Nissan Skyline GTR R34. So it is a bit of a peculiar situation because in theory, this car being Class D but competing against Class C, if not because of the performance, but just because of them being on a higher league, given how the multiplayer point system works, every player that you defeat from a higher league is going to be worth a lot more points than every player that you beat from your own league. And this is something that you see at any time in multiplayer. If you're, for example, you're in Elite League, so you should be driving Class S, but you go down and race with Class B cars. Well, for every player that you beat from the Gold League, even though everybody's using Class B cars, from every player that you beat from the Gold League, you're gonna get a bit of points, not a whole lot. But oh, if a player from the Gold League defeats you as a player of Elite, then they're going to be getting a lot more points. So that is because of the difference, again, not of the car, but of the league. You are in a much higher league in the case that I was just giving you, of you being an Elite. You're in a much higher league, and yet you got defeated by a player with a lower league who in theory should have lesser skills than you. Then yeah, you lose a lot of points. Well, you lose some points, and the other player gains a lot of them. So that is kind of how that works, and this reflects precisely in this same way here, because right now I am on rank, but once I finish this one race, I'm gonna get into the, what is it called, beginner league or whatever, and yeah, that is the low league. And if me, as a low league player, beat one player from the silver, which is a higher league and in theory better players, well, then I earn more points. Now I'm running out of nitro. That's not fantastic. Man, I really have learned to dislike this track because of all of this last section. Jesus Christ, no nitro anywhere. Look at this. You just gotta do whatever you can. So I don't know who am I beating right now. We're gonna see it at the end of this race, because again, that will help a little bit support what I'm saying about how this car can earn you a lot of points. But let's see. So second place, all right. I got defeated by an actual silver player, so that's fine. But I did beat 2 additional silver players. Just like that in one race, I got almost 25% of the points that I need in order to get out of the beginner league. That's kind of dope. And yeah, a lot of other players doing the exact same thing, driving the Ariel Atom V8. Now, unfortunately, they all did pretty not amazing, but hey, it's fine. Ah, Jesus, I hate this bug so much. There we go. And we're out of that, and we're in the amateur league. That's what it's called. Okay, fine. Whatever. So, in this last race that we just did, I just noticed something about the Mazda 6, which is a similar case to this car where it's Class D that competes against Class C, but that is a different one because that car has not been rebalanced. It falls out of the regular brackets, so it is a bit of a different situation. Mostly because those cars that have not been rebalanced were never intended to participate in the brackets as they exist now. Again, I already made a video on the Sexto Elemento where I explained this situation with the cars that have not been rebalanced, how they fall outside of the proper brackets, and because of that they end up being incredibly underranked. So for example, the Mazda 6, I noticed that it was like 1 point above what it needed to be to belong in the highest Class D bracket, and because, Jesus, the acceleration of that MP4 is always surprising to me. Oh boy, hold on. Oh boy. So yeah, those cases of the cars that have not been rebalanced, yeah, they're a little bit different. Yeah, they kind of fall in the same idea that I said of this car. But again, the difference is because it's mainly that those cars have not been rebalanced, they're still unoptimized. Whoa, RIP. Okay, just wrong out. Come on, keep it together, DBT. Focus. Lock in. Lock in or lock it in, whatever. Hold on, let me see if I can. It would be pretty dope if I can get a W with this car. Because again, I'm gonna get a bunch of points from doing this. I mean, whatever is the case, I'm gonna get some points, but you know, the more players I beat, the better. Now, right behind me is the MP48. Oof. Alright, keep it together. Motherfucker, he pushed me! No! Well, I didn't bring out at least. Jesus Christ. Somehow I survived that, but holy smokes. Please run out of nitro, buddy. Oh, no, I went wide. Never mind. Okay, fine, I'll keep the second place. I mean, to be fair, the MP48 is a very strong car, and on top of that, he pushed me, so oof. But hey, second place, I'll take it. So what happened there? Oh, look at that. He's a player from, what is this? Gold? What league is that? No, that's... Really? He's an elite already and playing in this bracket? Why? Okay. Man, had I beaten him, I would have gotten a tremendous... I mean, look at the points I still got. Because I beat 1, 2, 3, 4 silvers and a gold player. So yeah, lots of points. Gotta love it. But it would have been so much better if I had beaten that elite player. It's fine. So... anyway, those cars that have not been rebalanced, it's a different case. They're cars that have not been optimized for the brackets. This car, however, the Ariel Atom, it's a car that did get rebalanced and was deliberately put into this spot. So this is why I say it's the weirdest and most unique case. But hey, here we are driving it. Now, it's kind of curious for me to talk about this car, whether or not it's the king of the class or whatever, because actually before it got rebalanced, it used to be an incredibly strong car in Class D, I think it... oh god. Oh! That was partly my fault, partly not. I did get pushed a little bit, which sent me off course. You know, off the course or the route that I was following, or the line that I was following. But then I did have time to correct it, and I didn't. I thought that the handling alone was gonna be... it was gonna allow me to be able to do that turn. But turns out that it didn't. Ah! I'm fine. So, it's okay. Whatever. We got 2 nice races and a terrible one. It's fine. This happens. This is multiplayer for ya. But yeah, I believe this car used to be one of the strongest cars in Class C. Class D. I don't remember the classes anymore. Because again, it's been a while, and by now I've gotten used to what I'm looking at. But yeah, this used to be an incredibly strong car. Oh god. I do believe it was probably the strongest of whatever class it belonged to. Oh my god, why am I driving so bad now? You know what? Let's pretend this didn't happen. This race didn't count. It was the warm-up after 2 races where I did okay. It used to be very strong, but once it got rebalanced, unfortunately, it did get hit pretty hard with the nerf hammer, and here we go. Okay, I didn't actually lose points, so that's something, because everybody was Silver League, and that is another good thing of driving against higher ranked class individuals, like I said earlier. If you are playing against other people from a higher league, then losing against them is not as bad as if you lose against people of your own league or people from a lower league. So, didn't lose any points? That's kind of neat. Sparrow drift test, and don't worry, I know that I haven't talked about the performance of the car at all in this video. That's what we're gonna be doing in the second half, which starts now. So first, we're checking out the drift, because I don't know if it drifts good or not. Let's see. Ah! All right, wow, that's very sharp. All right, let me try again. Okay, take two. Let's see. I'm gonna start it a little bit wider, tiny bit wider, because I think it's sharp enough where it will adjust. Oh yeah, no, this is, whoa, can't even control it just yet, Jesus. Rare third attempt by DBT, let's go. Come on. Yeah, I'm having to release it a ton in order to not hit the inside. Yeah, the drift on this thing is crazy. I can only imagine this is gonna be even crazier. Now, is this the best drift out there in the entire game? No, but it definitely is very good. So let's see how we do over here. Again, I'm having to release a lot the button to not hit the inside. Yeah, no, absolutely. Really good drift. Ha, this is gonna be one of the most unfair matchups for a time to world test. Look at that. A 1050 versus a technically class C 1410. It's crazy, I like it. Let's do this. And yeah, I can accelerate, out-accelerate this guy. And that is actually good because I am sorry to say that, but this car does not accelerate very good at all. Like, really. I think that is the main problem of this car. Here's an attempt two, just in case. And yeah, I mean, well, it looks like it out-accelerated that guy without issues, but let's remember that that's from I don't know how many brackets below, so that makes sense. But yeah, not great acceleration, I don't think so. And of course, a protest video could not be complete without some Dubai races, because of course. But yeah, so I would say that is probably, like I was saying, the biggest issue with this car is indeed the situation with the acceleration. Because the main opposition, or rather, one of the strongest cards that this one is gonna... Jesus. This one is gonna be matched again is precisely that. Okay, what is going on with that player? You know what? I'm starting to... No, that didn't look right. How did he start with perfect nitro like that and accelerate it like that? You know, to activate your perfect nitro, you have to wait about, what, half a second or a second, and that guy just from the get? Alright, that's starting to look kind of suspicious right there. Alright, well, isn't that the same guy that... alright, well, maybe it's one of those super pro, massive, ultra, alien, god tier players. You know what I'm saying, right? The ones with the gaming chair and gaming desk and gaming socks and gaming gum, bubble gum. Yeah, anyway. So anyway, the MP48 is a very strong card that this one is going to be matched against, and the MP48 accelerates like crazy. Now, maybe not like that particular version in this particular race, but anyway, okay, let me have a look at that player, because again, there's something suspicious about that, and if he has 4 boosters, it has 4 boosters. Okay, what's going on there? Come on. Look, the suspicious thing is that acceleration seems a bit too good. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think as good as the MP48 is, I don't think it's that good. 4 boosters, and this level of rank at day, well, technically it's day what? Day 2 of almost day 3. I mean, it's possible, but to be playing only in this multiplayer league, that just seems a little strange. Listen, I don't want to point fingers. I'm just saying, looks a little suspicious, you know? Okay, let me try to say what I was trying to say in the previous race, but I was just too distracted by that MP48. The Ariel Atom, with the bad acceleration that it has, competing against the MP48 in the same bracket, which has amazing acceleration, that's where this car really starts hurting a little bit. But then again, you know, the MP48, as strong as it is with that acceleration, it is not an insanely OP car, just in the sense that it has very bad nitro. And this car, while it doesn't have the best nitro out there or anything, it's pretty decent, and I would say it's enough precisely to put a good fight against the... Oh god, what the fuck was that? Oh man. For sakes. There's physics issues. Alright, does this car have physics issues? I don't know. I've seen a few cars that do that in that particular corner. Like, there's a sidewalk over there, and I don't know if it's a little bit too raced. Some cars just love to bump on it and do dumb stuff like that. So there we go, and what seemed like it was gonna be a pretty decent race got completely destroyed because of that. Thank you, weird physics. I appreciate you for it. Jesus Christ. Anyway, So the nitro on this thing, it's decent enough. And not really good nitro or anything, but you know, it's decent where, at the very least... Oh, you saw how it jumped again? Yeah, okay, I think this is one of those cars that you need to keep off the sidewalks because it just doesn't like them. Alright, keep that in mind. So you know what? Probably this car in Venice would be a nightmare. Oh, it would be kind of fun if we get Venice. Come on, game, give me some Venice. But alright, 6th place, whatever. Ah, Jesus Christ. I thought, hey, we might be able to rank up in this video, but I mean, I'm gonna be able to rank up eventually, but 3 points, come on! Ah, boy. Game was like, oh, you won Venice. Okay, how about I give you a track that you hate? Enjoy. Anyway, so, should you worry or should you care to get this car? Honestly, I don't believe that you should. Again, it is a very peculiar thing with how it works and being able to race against Class C right away and possibly getting a bunch of points. But as you can see, there's a lot of people who are using the same car and a lot of people who are also in the same league that I am. So at the end of the day, that kind of nullifies the point sometimes. It's a bit of a tough situation to tell you, yeah, go for it or not. Like I said, it's not a particularly good car. It's not like, oh, this is the king and, oh, I'm gonna get amazing results and whatnot. Now, if you want it for something like career or something, yeah, sure, go ahead. But over here for multiplayer, it's okay. As I always say, in general in multiplayer, it's so random. The results are so random because of all the random stuff that can happen in a race that you might be driving the best car and still you're gonna get some W's and also some L's and whatnot because everything is random. And same thing over here. You might be able to pull some very nice W's. Sometimes the game is gonna make you bounce on a sidewalk and lose the race. Or sometimes a player who is a little bit suspicious might push you off of the track. Things like that, right? So it's hard to say like, oh no, you should get it for multiplayer results. Nah, you should get it if you want it, if you think it's a cool looking car and whatnot. But in terms of performance, I think you would be okay by getting a different car. Though the caveat about that is that this is a car that you're gonna be able to use both. Oh, this mother. See what I was saying about multiplayer and its randomness? This is a car that you're gonna be able to use in Class D races and Class C races. So it's gonna cover you in two different leagues. Again, it's gonna be the same ranks, but it's gonna cover you in the beginner league and cover you also in the silver league. Though, once you're in the silver league, you're probably gonna be more likely to find more people using the MP48. But hey, once again, there is what you can do with this car. Not a fantastic car, not a terrible car, just a very peculiar one. If you enjoyed this content, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you would like to support me directly, please consider joining the membership with exclusive videos and whatnot. The information is over there by the join button. Well, that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye!